So can we start now? Because I've been recording. I need to make sure I'm still recording, actually.
Welcome back, guys. We just reviewed Underground Mountain Brown. Underground Mountain Brown.
Nick, shut up. Fucking legit.
Did you tell me to shut up?
Yeah. All right, welcome back. So we just did the Founders Underground Mountain Brown. Overall, this got about, 7.5, 8, something around there?
I definitely said that, and Steven just fucking cock-blocked me.
What'd you say?
He said, I said that. I said, welcome back, guys. We just did the Founders Underground Mountain Brown.
Yeah,
I said, shut up.
I told you to shut up. All right, so now we got the lead. All right, I want to start first. Leadslingers reached out to me after posting a review of the lager and the wheat. They said, hey, get a hold of us. We'll get you a stout. They were busy. One day I was in Oklahoma City, and I was in Oklahoma City today, and I was like, you know what? If they're going to be that nice to me and want to reach out and give me some beer, fuck it. I just dropped off Byron's and picked up a 6-pack. I really honestly didn't feel like going all the way to more, but whatever. So we're doing Leadslingers Stout out of Moore, Oklahoma, 5.2%. I will say Leadslingers being a distillery, I sure hope they plan on barrel aging at least some of this. Fuck y'all laughing about?
We can't tell you. You got my vape. There it is. Hey, baby. I'm not getting a whole lot. I can't. My nose is all
No.
fucked up.
It smells pretty sweet.
Bradley shit earlier fucking burned every nostril in my whatever. I'm not gonna. Yeah, it does. It kind of smells sweet, but I'm not really getting a whole lot else.
No.
At all.
I will say, I didn't see the ABV until Brad mentioned it, like 15 minutes ago. And, for a 6-pack, that's understandable. I really hope you guys plan on kicking out some 8% plus, some Imperials. I could tell it's a little thinner by looking at it and seeing the color. I mean, it's not too terrible. And the light's not really going through it too much. I'd like to see a thicker body stout. And it smells like Coca-Cola, kind of in a way, and like bubblegum. Almost getting like a Belgian note.
Coca-Cola bubblegum?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I maybe get like the Coca-Cola and I don't get the bubblegum.
Fuck it.
It does kind of like a Pepsi kind of weird smell.
Cheers.
It's kind of bland, but it's a really good starter base. It's super light compared to the other ones we had.
I'm getting pepper on the back end.
Like black pepper.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they're just kind of starting out, so it's got a good flavor to it. It's just really light.
Yeah. The only other stout I can remember having that's a lower percentage like this would probably be the Tallgrass Buffalo Sweat. And I was not a fan of that. It tasted like it was like a 9%, 10% stout, but it was like 5%. And this, in my opinion, is a lot better. It's more, I would say this would appeal more to the masses. Being sweeter and not like alcoholic flavor.
It really tastes watered down to me.
Yeah, I was about to say this really seems like a starter stout.
I don't know if it's. I mean, my nose is a little stopped up, so my taste buds could be off. But I mean, it really tastes. It tastes watered down. It kind of. I mean, it tastes like I put fucking ice in here and let it set for, until the ice melted basically, and I'm drinking on top of it now. My opinion. You know what I think this would be okay at? Would be French press. You could really make some fucking flavor shine in this with the French press.
Well, it's not that carbonated as is. So, being more flat, it might be worse.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe add some extracts to it or something if you have like cinnamon sticks.
At that point, it's not even worth drinking it. If you're gonna just add a bunch of shit to it.
No, I mean if you had like I have cinnamon sticks in bourbon. If you were to like put this in that, I think it'd be pretty good. Not a whole shit ton, like maybe half a shot.
Right.
Just enough to get flavor.
I've said from the last video, I don't really like bourbon, so.
Okay, if you took some Tito's and put in some.
I just wouldn't drink.
Yeah, I wouldn't put Tito's in beer. No thanks.
I mean, it's not bad. It's got decent flavor, but it's
light, like you said. It's like it's
real light.
It's a starter stout.
Yeah. I definitely think it's still worth the six something a 6-pack.
$6 a 6-pack. That's not. You can't beat that though.
Yeah.
I mean, really, if you think about it, $6 a 6-pack is cheaper than like fucking Bud Light.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can't buy a 6-pack of Bud Light for less than like $10.
Yeah.
$8.99, $9.99, something like that. So you can't complain about the price. That's for damn sure.
But man, I really don't want the price to affect the score. I mean, saying it's a stout, and then if I was to not know shit about Leadslingers, not know shit about any Oklahoma beer, if I was to come in from Missouri, or actually I don't know how good their beer culture is. Let's say New York or California or Colorado, where we know the beer culture is good there. If I was to come in and see this and be like, you know what, I'm from Illinois, I'm from California, I'm from New York, the fucking beer culture is great, but the freedom is fucking terrible. Oh, great, man. Hey, look, I can actually have a fucking legal AR in New York and California. It's right there. It's got a 30-round clip of Zine on the fucking front of it. And then taste this, I'd be kind of let down, but I wouldn't be let down about the bottle. I'd shove that up my ass and smuggle it in to New York. That'd be the only way you can fucking actually get an AR there legally. What did I just say at the beginning of this video before I said I was going to record it? So I'm going to probably edit up this video and make it more professional. Our last 2 reviews we did with Leadslingers was kind of poor taste.
Word. Yeah.
What did I just say?
That you're going to be more professional.
Fuck me.
In the ass.
Hey, if you ask me, you're goddamn professional, Steven. Fucking.
Well, I mean.
Hey, when I think of professional, I think Steven's Bush.
Hey, speaking of, I just trimmed that motherfucker up yesterday. The goddamn hairs was 2.5 inches. The longest hair was longer than my dick. I'll tell you that. I mean, it hit my knee, but I mean,
anything over 3/4 of an inch would sure that.
When I first started doing beer reviews, I wouldn't say when I first started doing beer reviews, maybe the first year, I tried to be more professional and do some editing. But the first session I did with Jesse, I had to edit the fuck out of one video because I was like slamming like Democrats pretty hard. I didn't want to do that.
Fuck you, I'm sorry.
Yeah, fuck you, I'm sorry.
I mean, I drank too much Twisted Tea before this.
Yeah, this has its place, but not for me.
I agree.
So, you guys go ahead and spin. For saying stout and coming into this, hoping to comparable to stouts I've had. Yeah. All right, Brad. All right, Casey. Okay, I said 7.
I mean,
it's not terrible,
light.
but it's
not nasty or anything. The flavors are just really muted.
Yeah. Big time.
So do a.
You guys don't think this has something to do with our 3-way blowjob earlier, do you?
No. So please don't barrel age this. Don't barrel age this batch. Kick out an imperial and then barrel age it. Make it a little less sweet. Add some adjuncts. Don't be afraid to throw some adjuncts in there. I mean, a bag of coffee in a I don't know how big a fucking keg is. Half a bag of coffee would make a huge ass difference per keg, whatever. Throw in some cacao nibs, some actual like cinnamon sticks or something. Work with it. Do some different variations at the brewery and see what works. But starting out as a stout, I'd say this is okay. But starting out as a craft stout for craft heads, this probably isn't going to be something they're going to lean to. But seeing the price, they're probably going to guess that. Brad? Oh boy. He's taking a 50. He's taking a 50 to the face. Any suggestions for them in the stout world?
I don't think anything you didn't cover. Maybe some adjuncts, some a little sweeter. I think you nailed it.
Go find your oldest barrels for making the Leadslingers whiskey if you can. Go find 30 or 40 of them and make an imperial stout and stick it in those barrels for 6 months to a year. You do that, and I guarantee you, throw in some adjuncts and barrel age it like that, you could probably get $6 a bottle if it's good. Maybe $8 a bottle, depending. But when you have places like Prairie, especially Prairie, doing their barrel aged beers, Elk Valley. We're not going to mention the One Pump Chump. Places like that, kicking out these nice barrel aged beers and imperial stouts to begin with. You got some big pants to jump into.
Yeah, Oklahoma does have like a really, really strong fucking stout game.
Yep. Hell, beer in
Oklahoma,
general.
In general, I mean, Tulsa don't have a whole lot other than American Solera, but
I mean,
stout-wise,
there's places in Tulsa I don't understand how they still have a huge following, but that's just me.
Yeah. There's places like that in Oklahoma City, to be honest.
Yeah.
A couple of them.
Yeah. So, there you go. Guys at Leadslingers, appreciate it. I was happy you were able to reach out to me and offer this beer. I just thought I didn't want to be one of those thirsty motherfuckers to keep hitting you up on Facebook or Instagram or whatever else. But there you go. We'll be seeing you.
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Fuck you, I'm sorry.